welcome back to Fast Stock Market News, where I give you all the news as fast as I can. So guys, today was an outstanding day in the market. If you're not shorting the market, we can see the S&P 500 finished at over 3% in the green, the Dow finishing up 2.68% in the green, the Nasdaq finishing 3.34% in the green, the Russell finishing 3.16 in the green, and let's see how we did with crude oil, and crude oil finishing up a little bit higher as well. But there's a lot of things happening right now, guys. Currently, as it stands right now, we're having a bit of a rally, and big part of the reason that the rally is happening is we've been having a lot of big calls from big banks. JP Morgan Analyst came out today, and he says that he believes that his name is Kolakovic. Sorry if I botched that. He thinks that the markets could rally 7% from rebalancing. If you guys don't know, every single quarter, hedge funds have to rebalance, and basically kind of like to not to be overweight a certain sector or a certain stock. And a lot of these analysts and a lot of these big hedge funds have been really heavy on energy right now. And I'm going to get to that in 1 second. But this is very interesting, guys, because if you remember, you probably weren't paying attention to the news like I do, but this is the second back-to-back day where an analyst from JP Morgan has a bullish call. Yesterday, we had a JP Morgan analyst, Brenda Bengelio. She said that the S&P could finish at 4,800. So this is back-to-back days where JP Morgan has come out with a very bullish end of the year, and that's causing the markets to rally significantly, and so much so to the point of the first article about the rebalancing. If you guys have been checking the charts, slowly but surely there's been a lot of activity in very speculative plays such as ARK. This was the first stock, the first ETF that got completely annihilated, and basically all the stocks in here too: Roku, Zoom, Tesla, what have you. And look at the month's performance on ARK ETF. It's probably outperforming. I haven't thoroughly analyzed it, but I'm pretty sure it's the ETF that's outperforming the market for the month by far. But if you look at, remember what everyone was telling you guys online? They were saying, oh, make sure to buy energy, make sure to balance, put a bunch of energy in your portfolio. What's happening with energy for the past month? Down almost 17%. So this is something to keep track of, guys. The analysts in JP Morgan, like I said, back-to-back days, they did come out with very bullish calls toward the end of the year. They might see a potential possible bottom. I'm not sure. But here's the call for today that I got the clip for you guys of JP Morgan predicting the stock market could rise 7% next week. Check it out.
Out with a note saying the market could push up 7% next week due to the Russell 1000 rebalancing and a few other factors. I'm just going to go around the horn one time. Jim, do you see a 7% jump in the markets next week?
Well, I think it's hard to make a call like that. And as bold as I am on many calls, I'm not going to make that call, Frank. Look, I think, as I said earlier, the question is out. Is this a bear market rally or the start of a bull? And we just don't have the evidence. We're not going to have it in the next week. Can we go higher from here? Yeah, because it's probably likely that over the weekend, some people will look at today's rally and say, yeah, maybe we were too pessimistic and jump in. But 7% in a week, I mean, anybody who's going to make that call, that's a hard call to make.
JP Morgan made it. Amy, I'm going to come over to you. Any boldness on your side?
I know, not 7% in a week. I'm not going to make that call either. But I do think this can continue for a little bit longer. That said, we're going to be in pre-announcement season pretty soon. And my guess is that the pre-announcements are going to be more vigorous in Q2 than they have been in the past. So it's going to be a bumpy ride.
In all fairness, it was up to 7%. I want to make sure I'm quoting it correctly. John, I'm going to come over to you. You're nodding once again.
Yeah, I think that the other panelists are correct that we are likely to top out until we get the inputs that Jim suggests. That doesn't mean I think that we're going to pull all the way back down, because unless the Fed really comes out and pounds the table for those significantly higher rates forever into the future, Frank, I do think they take a pause in September. So I think between now and those updates to outlooks that Amy just spoke of, that and the CPI, I think we're going to see a sideways market, not a 7% rally next week.
All right, Weiss, we're giving you last word very quickly.
Yeah, look, if you haven't been listening to the analysts, and I'm guessing this is one of the analysts' strategies who said, buy every dip that's happened, all 1,000 dips in the last year, then now's a good time to start ignoring them. This is just a headline grabbing, event. The analyst strategist wants to get some attention. Ignore it. Keep your own counsel and play it safe.
So yeah, guys, you could see not many of the panelists were actually very optimistic of that 7% rally, but I do agree with the lady that was in the panel. She did mention it's very true. I think the next potential leg down we could get is based on earnings, and that's something that hasn't really been priced in yet. If you start seeing big companies missing on earnings left and right, I think that would probably be the catalyst to drive us a lot lower, because earnings season is right around the corner, and the CPI print is also right around the corner. It's about like 2.5 weeks away. So for now, I think we could potentially have continue this rally, but it's definitely something I'm swing trading right now. I'm not trying to hold positions for way too long currently. But what are you guys doing? Are you guys buying these dips, or are you selling everything, every big headline? Let me know in the comment section. All right, guys, take care. Thanks again, everyone, for watching Fast Stock Market News. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, commenting, or liking the video. I would greatly appreciate it. My name is Gio, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care.